Hey guys, it's Paul. I'm a director-writer in Los Angeles, and today we're doing Filmmaker Reacts to BTS's new On video, just dropped today. Truth be told, I haven't watched much of BTS or many guy groups. Specifically, if you watch some of my other videos, I mentioned that I'm writing a K-pop pilot about a girl group, so I've been watching mostly girl groups because I need to do a lot of research on that. But I have news completely unrelated to that K-pop pilot, which is over at NBC right now, or with a showrunner at NBC. We'll see what happens. I actually have a meeting. I was contacted by CJ Entertainment, who did Parasite and is the biggest company in Korea. If you like Korean entertainment, you probably have heard of CJ. They contacted me to come in for a meeting in April, in about a month from now, to talk about some projects that I've written, to see if we can get together and maybe work on some stuff. Very exciting. If you don't know, like I said, they just did Parasite, which won the Best Picture in America for the Oscars. So I get to meet with CJ Entertainment, and it's all official. So it's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. So let's get into this. BTS. We're going to take a look at the shots here and action. Okay. So this is a long shot panning on the ground. It's most likely there's a crane on this side that's, or if you're watching, maybe you're on this side, but there's a crane that's going on the side with a bar that's over the top, and there's a cameraman on the ground like going like this. That's a shaky cam that's handheld. I don't know why they handheld that. It should have been stable. That's a beautiful shot. So just a lot of wide shots showing where they are. This is probably done by the crane over for the bird's eye shot. It's interesting, the colors of this. It's not oversaturated. Okay, hold on. This is interesting. Okay. This is what we call a God shot or a hero shot, where you're low and you're looking up at someone. And I think I mentioned this before in the Dun Dun video with Mia. That what happens is that we do this in film to show someone is powerful. So it's like you're a child looking up at them, and that's why that you have that view. So that person's very strong and powerful. That is not the correct shot for this, because it looks like that he is in chains or bound somehow, and he's probably weak. So that's not really the shot you would use unless you're trying to get this tree behind him as a background. So maybe if there's like something in the tree he's looking at, maybe there's an apple or something specific he's looking at, and you're trying to get him looking up at the tree, that would make sense. But generally speaking, that really doesn't make sense for this shot. What would be a better shot would be the opposite way, looking down at him, looking up, so he looks diminutive and small, and then maybe pull back out of the tree so he's kind of diminished, and then maybe later, I'm assuming he's going to get out of these mons, then you take that hero shot of him to show a real contrast. But as far as actual directing and filmmaking goes, the shot is incorrect. I guess there's no incorrect, but for functionality, it's not being used quite right. Sorry guys, don't kill me. These are nice shots that are done through something. It creates texture and a depth. The color isn't really oversaturated. This is just really interesting. This is more, like I said, it's more filmic rather than music video-ish. Also, I think I mentioned before, when you do a lot of exteriors, it feels more like film. Most music videos, they're on a soundstage inside somewhere, so they feel very enclosed and bright and poppy. So as soon as you go outside, it gives kind of more of this epic cinematic feel. I love that shot. It's cool. I'm a little curious why. I'm sorry, guys. Curious why they put him here, though. Oops. So here he kind of blends into this background. I like his placement, but I wish some of these trees, because they all look like set pieces, some of these should be on the other side, so he's not blending into that so much, so he stands out more. I'm not sure. He being in the corner is good. I'm not sure why they put him there to blend in with that background. See, that's good. He pops out. It's just a lot of moving shots. I think that was a steady cam. I think someone's actually holding something and moving. These all look a little like they chose to really up the gamma, which is the midtones, and the blacks aren't super black, so though they are here. So one thing I'm noticing is that in this video that they're putting everyone kind of dead center, like right down the barrel of the shotgun in the frame. Typically speaking, in movies, it's going to be different. You don't ever want to put people in the middle because your eye actually doesn't naturally look right in the middle. There's something called the Fibonacci series or the golden ratio. I actually did a science video on it, like if you want to look back in my channel. But it's we don't naturally look right in the middle of things. In fact, all of nature is not set up to be perfectly bisected, so you always want to kind of offset things slightly. But I noticed in this, everything is right down the middle, shotgun down the middle. If someone came from film or was a film director, they would never do this. I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying it's a difference in filming. See, everything's shotgun right down the middle. Now, the good thing is if you don't put everyone right down the middle and everyone's kind of offset a little bit, if you choose to put someone right in the middle, it can really accent it and elevate that particular scene, so suddenly, bam, they're in the middle. But when people are in the middle all the time, there's no accent, there's no way you can kind of elevate that blocking. I'm not really talking about the song at all. The song's pretty good. One thing I like about BTS is they're very, from what I've seen of them, they're very theatrical, what they do. Like, there's a real story and there's a real narrative. And that's one thing I can really appreciate about this, is they're actually trying to tell a story. I don't know if I drink out of that lake water, though. Hope he doesn't get sick. This is beautiful. Not to mention their dancing is fantastic. So all these embers in the air, that's all probably added afterwards in CG. Is that a set? It's probably a set. Again, a lot of movement, which is creating energy. I kind of think that these guys don't need a lot of fast cuts. So, because they have so much energy anyways that they may not need a lot of fast cuts to create energy for them, that you don't need to cut away as much because the dances are so sharp. It's drone, obviously. The camera's a little higher here, I'm not sure why. It might be just to get everyone in, like in a little higher perspective to kind of get what's around them. That's a really nice shot, but again, he's right dead in the center of the frame. Beautiful. No more dream. Okay guys, that was really interesting, really good. There's so many good things about that. Again, you know, there's a real difference between doing things in film or TV and doing things for music videos. There should be a reason why you do everything, and I'm sure that this director had that. It was actually just a really pretty, awesome music video, and I really like the way they told the story on it. I really like the cinematicness of it and the way they shot it. There's some really beautiful shots in the beginning. The one with the crane that was going right along the ground, that might be my favorite shot, the one it opened up with. Sort of an establishing shot. You want to kind of show your audience where you are before you go into all your little stuff. Cool song and very cinematic. I really like the direction that's going. And then they added sort of like that more studio-ish kind of stuff at the end with the dance, where it was kind of more enclosed. It looked like it was outside, but I think it was probably on a soundstage. But really good, super cool. Dig it, totally dig it. I'll have to watch more of that stuff. So anyways, that is Film Director Reacts, and I am Paul, and that is a wrap. I'll see you next time.